I've got a good one today. I thought I got super lucky last week. I purchased IEP at 32, at 35. My overall average now in my large portfolio is 37. I purchased some of my Roth IRA at 32 as well, up on that. But there's another company that I've talked about before, and it just completely left me on the sideline because it took off like a rocket. Well, Thursday and Friday of last week, this stock actually came down about, gosh, 40%, 30%, 36%. I'm talking about NerdWallet, ticker symbol NRDS. Nerds. They have the website, for credit cards, articles, etc., taking out loans, whatnot. So they reported really well, but the guidance was not so hot. But it wasn't negative guidance. It was not going to be as hot as they had thought. So if I remember correctly, they were going to have 10% revenue growth or some 10% growth, which was falling short of what they had originally estimated and guided. So the stock took a nosedive. I don't think it's done taking a nosedive just based off of the candlesticks, which we'll look at. But I mean, just looking at the current sales to income, cash on hand, and shares float, this company is undervalued. But the stock market will always let you know what the fair price of a stock should be. So let's calculate to see what the stock price should be and when we could probably snag some shares for a nice swing. So without further ado, let's jump right in. All right, so we are looking at NRDS on finviz.com. And as we can see right here, this was the total devastation, RIP. Oh, just horrible. So I'm gonna move my big old head and let's look at what the fair price of the stock should be. So I'm gonna run some calculations with you guys and you can see everything. So we're gonna take sales plus income and we're gonna go down to, we have quick ratio right here. So we're gonna go down and add the cash and we're gonna remove debt and then we're gonna divide it by the shares float. And that's gonna give us the range of what the fair share price could be. So just going to reset everything. So we have 538 mil. Everything is in millions, thankfully. So I don't have to type out millions long. So I'm just going to type everything concatenated. So 538 mil, 0.9 minus 10.2 million equals 528.7 million. Now we're going down here to look at the cash, which is right here. So we're going to add 83.90. And now we're going to go down to debt right here, which is 0. So we're not going to remove any debt because there is none, thankfully. And we're going to go on to the tippy top. And we're going to divide this 612 by the shares float. The shares float is the amount of shares available for the public, like you and I, to purchase. So divided by 43.78. So that gives us a fair share price of around $13.99, which right now represents about a 30%, 40% gain. And if we took that 612.6, and we divide it by the total shares outstanding, 74.8. That brings us to $8.18, which realistically, I think the stock could get there, and I'll show you why. So between $8.18 and $13.99, the current stock price right now is at $9.02. Here's what the daily chart looks like. Here's what the weekly chart looks like. Really, really slow. And then we'll just look at my Thinkorswim actually. And I'm going to remove everything so we can see it better. All right. So here is NerdWallet from when I charted it out quite a while ago with you guys. I had pulled this stock up, looked at the chart, and made this pattern. Look how well it respected. It almost respected this support right here, but the next level of support is going to be, let's just add it right here, $8.65. And then $7.07 right there. All right. So that is basically our supports that we're looking out for. It kind of looks like a busted cup and handle. I don't like getting into cup and handles with higher left side cups. So we're going to wait for this one. If we look at the daily chart as well, we can see here's the channel and it just fell right through it down to here. So, again, just waiting. We're just going to be patient with this one. Wait till we see a large reversal candle. And just patience is what it's going to take. So, I also want to show you guys, right here, you can see that. Institutions own 54% of the stock. We have a little bit of insider selling. I mean, not too much in the grand scheme of things. So the insiders own 54%. Let's see, because this data that I'm going to show you is up to date. If they're selling, it's going to be less, and if they're buying the dip, it's going to show as much more. So we want to see a number higher than 54, and if we see anything less than 54, then we know that institutions are dumping and it might not be good. So 34%. So institutions just sold off. Goodness. 54% down to 34%. That's a 20% drop. So, 26 million institutional shares. Close to the 43. Let's see who's been selling. Okay, we have Vista Wealth Management selling. Oh my gosh, these companies just added right before the freaking tank. Oh my gosh. New York Common Retirement Fund sold at a good time. Money Concepts sold. Cutler Group is out. Simplex Trading. Vanguard added quite a bit. Added some more. Yeah, Vanguard was been adding. So Vanguard has been adding, which is a good sign, but you know, we can't make investing decisions on that. I mean, I think this stock is worth a buy. This is the weekly chart. I just want to take a look at the weekly chart again real quick. Weekly. So if I go over here, you guys can, my head's in the way. Sorry, I don't know how much my head has been in the way the whole time. So if I go over here to $7.07, the low, and I carry this over. So this line that I've created right here, I'm going to make it perps. I'm going to make it a thick purple. So the stock has always bounced off of this and gone up. It's way too hot to the downside right now to try and get ahead of this. So I think, you know, let me just look at the daily chart again. What I want to see on Monday is a reversal candle with a ton of buying activity. Because I mean, this is just brutality. This is just brutality. Whoops. So yep, I'm looking to buy into this one early next week. It could go as low as $8.18. You know, We will see. It's all going to depend on how much the market can bring it down. What's the shorts looking like? Are they pounding it in to just bring it down all the way? What's, kind of what's going on here? So yeah, nerd wallets. I think we finally got a wonderful entry. What I'm going to want to see as well, besides the candlesticks and buying demand, I'm going to want to see some insiders buying as well. So going down to the bottom of the screen, you guys can see it. We had the CEO buy $250,000 worth at 9, $287,000 worth at 9. So, I mean, gosh, we'd be buying this well under what the CEO has purchased, which is great. So again, just monitoring it close on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, looking for a reversal. And yeah, that's my strategy there. It could go lower. Let's see. I do want to just check. Right here. Let's see. I just want to just confirm what the CEO said. All right, you guys can still see my screen. My head might be in the way. Okay. So revenue rose 31% to 169, topping estimates for 167. Cool. Growth was driven by credit cards. Okay. Loans fell 36% due to higher interest from credit or from rates. CEO said, yes, we delivered. We focused on Despite those, calling for 137 to 141 in revenue, or just 10% top line growth. Well below the consensus of 162. It also forecasts a sequential decline of just EBITDA of 17 to 19 million. So I'm just going to pull up the calculator right here. So they reported 169.6. And let's include the estimations of, we're going to do 134. And we're just going to do 134 for the rest of the year. So Q2, 134, Q3, 134, and Q4, 134. So that brings us to 571 million in revenue. And currently they're at 538. So they're still gonna do it. They're still gonna get to the same level. Their net income might stretch more to the downside. Let's just go back down here. No, their net income was improving. They went from -42 to -10. So you know what? It's going to be a real big toss up, but I'm optimistic, honestly, because their lowest estimate is 134 million. And if they keep that for the rest of the year, that's going to bring them to 570 mil. I mean, that's not even growing. Like if they're going to grow 134 for Q2 and then 10% on top of 134, that's going to be 147. So this is good. I like this. I think I could feel real comfortable watching this reversal next week and pulling the trigger in my personal account and then my Robinhood investing account. I like that the CEO has been buying while the chief business officer and chief product officer are selling, which is kind of funny. So again, I'm going to want to see, and did they do a share buyback? No, that was a different company. I think that was a different company. So yeah, that's all I got. While we're just jibber jabbering. Total assets 425 mil, total liabilities 84 mil. Gosh, that's good. That's really good. Liabilities are declining, assets are improving. So I think these tougher times for the company are going to result in more discipline, getting ahead of any extra costs, and just really like, I don't want to say bootstrapping, but preparing for the worst, but expect preparing for the worst and hoping for the best. Um, so that's where I'm at with NerdWallet. We're gonna also want to watch next week. There's gonna be a lot of people who are seeing this dip and they're gonna be buying or selling. So checking in on the Nerds Fintel site to see what hedge funds and other institutional investors are buying. So yes, keep an eye on that. Yeah. If I had to guess, I would think let's I'm not showing any studies. Let's go back to the monthly. Nope, nope, nope. Monthly. It's weekly. So I would have to say next week, if we can get a long candlestick wick down to 811 and a reversal, that would be dope. Or even getting it at 811 and then exiting the stock after like a 10% gain just for safety, just because it's so volatile right now. I don't really see any patterns besides a potential cup and handle, but I am a little weary of cup and handles with the left cup. Cup and handle pattern, left cup, bigger. What invalidates a cup and handle pattern? Yeah, the price breaks below the handle. Duh. Okay. Bolkowski. Here we go. Let's go to the master of charts here. Okay. I'm just gonna Google left. Or not Google the search. Okay, that's it. Yeah. So I think index. Let's see, Control F cup. Maybe there's some busted cup and handle patterns. Inverted, no. Yeah, so I'm not a big fan of higher left cup sides of cup and handle. But we're just gonna watch it. Again, I'm excited for this, and yeah, just keeping an eye out. Going through here, if you held, I don't want to say hold a gun to my head, but let's say if you were like, you have to pick a price that it's going to go to next week, I would venture to say okay, I would venture to say, oh man, 811. Look for 811. Yeah, I think it's gonna get down to the low eights. This was a drop from, gosh, 13 down to 9, $4. So if it fell $4 in one day, I'm thinking we could probably lose another dollar next week at least. So again, not financial advice. I own no position in this now. I'm gonna look into it next week, and if I see a very bullish candlestick for next week, I am going to maybe get in. You'll have to watch my Robinhood investing challenge, not this week, but next week for week 19 to see if I purchased. And I'll also be posting it in my community tab. So actually, you don't have to watch a video. You can just go there because I do share everything there. So with that, if you guys made this far, please consider hitting the like button and subscribing. It lets YouTube know that I'm doing something, But yeah, with that, I thank you guys so much if you made it this far. Have a great day or night, and I'll see you soon. Bye.